Welcome, everybody, to Al Jazeera Sports, a very special edition of the broadcast. TYTSports, Ben Mankiewicz, Michael Shure, Frank Mankiewicz helping us make the picks this week. My father, Dad, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
Dad, you taught me how to gamble.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that?
And not a fucking other thing.
I was going to say, and
by the way,
and have you made a lot of money on it, at it?
Yeah.
You're a terrible teacher.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering.
So Rick, of course, here producing the show. So Rick, we'll just make our picks for this week, right?
Yeah.
And unlike most weeks, we'll keep track and we'll see how my dad did. And if he did okay, he won't be here next week, but we'll call him up and we'll.
But
we'll
don't we usually put some salad in the middle here?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll put you put $20 in.
Sure.
For whoever has the best week.
Sure.
Okay. So game one on
Mitt
Saturday.
Romney would have offered 10,000.
That's right. The Cincinnati Bengals visiting the Houston Texans. The Texans are 4.5-point favorites. Who do you like there?
I like Houston.
Because.
Well, they're the favorites, which means people who know something about the game think they're the best, and they have a good quarterback.
All right. Fair enough. Michael?
They have a smart quarterback because he went to the University of Virginia.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So already there, you gotta like him. But I'm going to take the 4.5 points and the Bengals on the road.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Bengals because here's why I would take Houston, because they've been collapsing. So it's so obvious that you would take the Bengals, who are playing actually pretty well, that this game is crying to be bet on the Bengals. So
Well, but in
31-10
almost every
Texans.
sport, Houston is collapsing.
That's right. Okay.
So
Fair
you
enough.
have to figure they're going to make an exception here.
In one of those collapses, Arian Foster went out with an irregular heartbeat. You got to remember that as well. So now that he's healthy, I also take Houston.
I think that the Bengals, their running backs, all have regular heartbeats.
Yeah.
Champions have regular heartbeats. I think I go with the Bengals. Okay, game two on Saturday. The Vikings at the Packers, laying 7.5.
Who's the favorite?
The Packers. The home team's the favorite.
Well, they should be, and they have a fine quarterback.
They do. Yeah.
And he's one of those quarterbacks who makes you think as you watch the game that he can score anytime he really wants to.
It makes you ponder.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Vikings will cover and lose that game. I'll take the 7.5 points. The Packers, I think, are a team to fear, obviously, going into the playoffs. The home team advantage, obviously important for them. I just think that they haven't been the same team this year. I think they're going to win, but not win decisively.
Yeah, you make a good point. The danger is thinking that the Packers are the team that they aren't,
Yeah.
and that they're going to sort of roll. Except, as good as Adrian Peterson is, that guy cannot complete a pass of a normal length. He can go deep fairly effectively every now and then, but he can't. He's so far. I can't see Christian Ponder hanging in Green Bay. So I think that we get a Packer blowout. I think we get a solid 34-10 Packer win, and then the Packers, after they're coming together, then they lose to you guys next week. Anyway, that's so I will lay that 7.5 points. That's a lot of points though. Rick?
I'm taking Minnesota with the points.
All right, so we got 2 Vikings and 2 Packers there, as we did on the first game. All right, turning to Sunday, Colts +7 in Baltimore.
Well, there again, I think the home field is a tremendous advantage for them, and I think they'll win. I think the Colts will win.
The Ravens will win.
I'm in the Ravens. Sorry.
Well, it's confusing because you got the Colts going to Baltimore.
That's right.
Right.
What do you think about the whole Baltimore Ravens thing in general?
I think they get too much. I'll tell you this. I live in Washington, and if you read the Washington Post, you get a feeling that Baltimore is the home team.
Is that right?
Yeah, they treat it.
The way they used to pretend the Orioles were the home team.
That's right.
Yeah,
Right.
when Baltimore's another fucking city. It might as well be Milwaukee.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, or Richmond.
Right, Richmond.
Do you always swear in front of your dad?
Yeah, he doesn't care.
What
Did you ever
part
care?
of,
Did you
what-
care that I swear ever? Did you care growing up? Did you ever tell me not to swear? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No. I always said or affirm.
Or affirm?
Yeah.
I swear.
I
or
have
affirm,
a
right.
hard fucking time not letting my son swear. Yeah, I don't.
You don't permit it.
I mean, he's 8. Ravens and Colts. This is actually, I think, the toughest game. Ray Lewis retiring, I think, means nothing to the spread. Or
That's an interesting point. I also think it means nothing.
yeah, okay.
He's like 100.
Right.
Yeah, and injured.
And injured.
I don't think he's going to play very much.
He may not play very
Yeah,
much.
he may not even play very
couple
much.
of plays,
This is the last stand for this Baltimore team, I think, in terms of that defense being held together and staying together.
Yeah, they're an average defense at best.
Yeah, they're an average, and I think they won't be the same next year. And I think a lot of the personnel will change. That being said, 7.5 points, a lot of points in the playoffs. The Colts,
7, just 7.
That's 7 points, but 7.5.
What's the difference?
No, but
Yeah.
no, but I was talking about something different. 7.5 points is a lot of points in the
Those
playoffs.
other guys can
This
score
game though
half
is 7.
Those other guys can score a half a point anytime.
Anytime they want to. I'm gonna take the points here. I think Andrew Luck knows how to score points. I don't think he's intimidated by anything. I think again it's a losing cover for the Colts.
Yeah, I'm going to take the. This one's tricky for me. I don't know.
It's
the
hardest.
very tough. It's a good.
But I appreciate the courage.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll take the Ravens on the theory that when the Colts check out of the playoffs, they will have come through with what sort of the wise guys thought that they were getting outscored, they were winning lucky. It didn't seem they were playing that well. They were still winning some games. That here on the road against a veteran team, that their luck will run out.
If the Colts won it all, they won lucky, huh?
That's right. Yes.
You get it?
I do. That's
Oh,
good.
good.
It's a good one. Pop. I think it's a double-digit win for the Ravens, so a cover. Rick Strom.
I'm going with, I will take the points with the Colts. Chuck Pagano, former defensive coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens. I think that the spread doesn't mean anything, but the game will mean everything for the Ravens because it is Ray Lewis's last stand. They don't want to go out like this. The Ravens will win, but they'll win by 4 points.
All right, so you're taking the Colts.
Yes.
Can the Colts win the game?
Oh, yeah. Colts can win.
And then finally, Seattle at Washington, but Seattle a road favorite. 11 wins for the Seahawks. They're -3 at Washington.
They're the favorites?
They're the favorite.
No, I think Washington wins that game.
You do?
They have a phenomenal quarterback.
Seahawks quarterback is good too.
Yeah, but Griffin, he passes, he runs, and he gives strength to the team. Those games when he wasn't playing,
They also won.
they won, but they could have won by more and should have looked better and stronger.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's a
leader.
Redskins.
I'll go with Redskins.
I mean, not based on that logic alone, I'm going to go with the Redskins as well. I think they're going to win that football game. I think that Pete Carroll and Russell Wilson, great year. I think being at home helps the Seahawks more than we know. And I think that if Griffin, again, there's the question. He was limping around that field the other day.
He did not look the same against the Cowboys.
He did not look the same against the Cowboys.
But they can also run the ball.
But they can also run the ball. That's the other part of it.
Yeah, how you like a guy gained 1,600 yards? He's like going to finish 4th for Rookie of the Year. Redskins, number 1. Redskins will cover. Rick?
God, this is so hard because I hate agreeing with you. And the fact that he completed 9 of 18 passes in that final game in a must-win game against the Cowboys, it's really hard for me to pick the Redskins.
Over 18.5 completions for Robert Griffin in that game. He completed 9.
Wait, you're saying he's going to complete over 18
I
and a half?
did. It was a bet on this Cowboy game.
If it was attempts, you would have lost.
It was an attempt. I would have. I know. I was great. It was not. I didn't check at any point during the game. I was like, then this one's not happening. Yeah.
My initial thought was to take the Redskins, but I want to disagree with all of you, so I'm stupidly going to take the Seahawks.
All right. Rick is taking the Seahawks. He sees a potential advantage.